Welcome to my channel and to this video. Regular subscribers will know that my favourite savoury food is pizza. So I decided in this video I was going to find the best branded frozen pizza. So I'm going to be trying them over a number of days because I'm not eating that many pizzas in one go. I will rate them out of 5, and at the end I'll let you know which one I think is the best. I don't have frozen pizza very often. I am guilty of going for the fresh pizzas, and I know that there's no real difference in quality. The frozen ones tend to be cheaper just because they are frozen, they last longer, they're easier to store, all of that. So I am looking forward to trying these pizzas. I think I've had them all before, but not for a very long time. They are all going to be versions of cheese and tomato because I want to keep it as fair as possible. My favourite pizza topping is cheese and mushrooms. Not many pizzas come with that topping, and I don't like pepperoni or chicken, so I thought just keep it simple and go for the margarita. Before I get started, do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Drop me a comment in the box below. Why not let me know your favourite branded frozen pizza? And please do subscribe if you want to. Right, pizza time. Pizza earrings in, and the first pizza of this video is going to be the Goodfellas classic takeaway pizza, the big cheese. So I'm going to go pop this in the oven. 18 minutes later. I'm a fan of thin crust pizzas. I should have said that. I'm only going to be having thin crust pizzas. I just do not like deep pan. I'm also likely to burn my mouth in every single taste test I do with pizza. Well, it is certainly cheesy, although when I've cut it, it's kind of churned up the tomato a bit, which is why there is so much tomato in the middle. The base is nice and crispy. The cheese is so good, and the tomato as well. It's just full of flavour. I forgot how good this pizza is. I'm not going to give prices because these pizzas vary depending on what store you go to and whether or not they're on offer. This is very, very nice. It is a strong start from Goodfellas. I'm going to go in with a 4. And that's simply to give me room to manoeuvre. I may bump it up to a 5 depending how the others go. I can't fault this for a frozen pizza. The second entry from Goodfellas is this stone-baked thin margarita pizza, which is significantly smaller than the takeaway Goodfellas pizza, but will it be as good? Let's find out. One Goodfellas pizza done. This one took 17 minutes, which was actually a lot longer than I was expecting. But when I think about it, I'm not used to cooking frozen pizzas, and of course they will take longer than chilled. On first look, it's got good topping coverage. The base is nice and thin, and it is crispy, but not rock hard. A fantastic cheese pull. It's got a hint of a peppery kind of undertone that the other one didn't have, but it's a nice pizza, and the base is really beautiful. The cheese flavour is definitely dominant. Overall, it's a decent pizza. I'm going to give this one... Oh, this is tough. I want to give this one a 4 and bump the other one up to a 5, but there might be better things ahead. So I'm going to put this second and the other Goodfellas one first. and I'll just have to see what the other brands have in store. But I'm going to enjoy the rest of this pizza. Next up, Chicago Town cheese medley with tiger crust. So it looks like a lovely cheesy pizza, and it does have the tiger crust. It's got a very distinctive smell to it, and I can't quite place it. I think it's probably a combination of all the cheese and the crust. By the way, on the radiator behind me, those are face masks, just in case you were wondering. So the base is not as crispy as the Goodfellas. The cheese is very, very tangy, and there's no cheese pull to it. It's also quite tomatoey. And I actually prefer a normal crust to the taste of this tiger crust. They've definitely got that tiger bread taste to it. I would probably rate this a 2. It's not the worst pizza in the world, but I wouldn't have it again. I think this is a new addition to the Dr. Oetker range. I can't say that properly. And I thought it would be interesting to try because it is a different type of pizza. It's a multi-grain with flax seeds, and it takes 10 minutes. Although it says you should defrost it first. Well, I clearly didn't read the instructions, so it's going to take me a bit longer to prepare than I was anticipating, but you guys get to skip that part through the magic of editing. Based purely on looks, this is not the greatest pizza. However, it's the taste that matters. So, my first flaxseed base pizza. You can see the seeds in the base. It's well baked. It's a crispy base, but you can taste the seeds in it. And they do make the texture quite odd. And I don't think I particularly like it. The topping is nice. Very, very herby though. I think I'm going to score this pizza a 1. The flax seeds in the base are really not for me, and it's very strong on the herbs. Pizza Ristorante from Dr. Oetker. 13 minutes later, here is the pizza. I know it is meant to look like the kind that you would get in a restaurant, and I suppose it does look slightly posher than some of the others, but for some reason I find it less appealing than, say, the Goodfellas Big Cheese, but that might just be because that was a big pizza with a lot of cheese on it. Lovely thin base. Plenty of toppings and good coverage. It is a bit soggy from the tomatoes though. Let's see how it tastes. The base does taste soggy, and it is because of the amount of juice from the tomatoes. And all the topping does seem to want to come off at once. There's not a huge amount of flavour to it either, which surprises me. When you get a mouthful of pesto, you can taste the pesto. But it's not very cheesy. I think this one is going to get a 2. I don't think I'll buy it again. The next pizza is this margarita from Zizi, and I cannot lie, I have high hopes for this pizza. Zizi, don't let me down. This is the pizza fresh out of the oven. Now, it did say to cook it for 10 to 11 minutes. I checked it after 11 and it still wasn't ready, so I then had to give it another 5 minutes. It also comes with this little sachet of basil oil, and it says to just leave it to defrost at room temperature. Now, I actually put this in the top oven and I cooked the pizza in the fan oven, but you can actually still see it's a bit cloudy where it's not completely defrosted. I am going to drizzle some of this over the pizza just because on the box it says to do that. So for it to be a fair test, I think it has to be eaten as it's meant to be eaten. According to instructions, I've never eaten at Zizi's. I don't think there's a restaurant near me. First impressions, it looks nice. It's got a nice crispy base. Definitely not soggy. Okay, that didn't tear very well. Nice and thin. The toppings, I think it could do with a bit more cheese on it, but that's just my personal preference. That is a delicious pizza. It's not as tangy as the Goodfellas takeaway big cheese, but it does have that very authentic Italian pizza taste. The flavours are really, really good. Nothing is overpowered by anything else. And the crust is lovely and airy. So I think Zizi is going to get a 5. And that means I'm pushing the Goodfellas big cheese to a 4. This is utterly delicious. Here I am with the final branded frozen pizza of this video. I know there are probably some other brands out there which I haven't tried, but there are only so many pizzas a girl can eat. So this one takes 12 minutes in the oven. I'll see you guys in 12. First impressions, the crust is very pale. I thought it would be a bit darker. Now, although I haven't been giving prices because these are branded and they can vary from place to place, even though I got this and Zizi's, the current one to beat, when they were both on special offer, this is still the most expensive pizza. But is the most expensive always the best? Well, no, frankly, but in the frozen pizza stakes, we shall see. Good thickness of crust. The toppings are nice. The cheese flavour is much, much stronger than the tomato flavour. I'll be honest, I did think this would be my number 1 because I love the Costa and Molucca chilled pizzas. But I'm giving this a 4. So that means, in my opinion, with this highly scientific experiment, Zizi's is the best branded frozen pizza. I do plan to do branded chilled, supermarket chilled and supermarket frozen. Probably not for some time though, because I've eaten quite a number of pizzas over the last few weeks getting this video filmed. So I think even though it's probably my favourite savoury food, even I need a break from it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. And I hope you'll come back next time. But till then, take care. Bye.